Are you one of the millions of Americans relying on Social Security or SSDI benefits to make ends meet? What if I told you that a potential $7,000 direct deposit could soon be coming your way? A game-changing payment that might help cover months of expenses during these challenging economic times. However, here's the catch. It all depends on what happens in the house right now. If you're struggling to keep up with rising costs on your fixed income, then you need to fully understand what's at stake. Subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because I am committed to bringing you the latest, most comprehensive updates on this critical development, one that could put thousands of extra dollars in your pocket. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into what could be the most significant financial relief for Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries in years. For those new here, this channel is dedicated to providing you with up-to-date information about Social Security, Medicare, stimulus programs, and every issue that affects your financial well-being as a benefit recipient. The proposal discussed today could mean a direct deposit of $7,000 for millions of Americans who rely on Social Security and SSDI benefits. And this is not just another rumor or mere wishful thinking. It is a real proposal currently being considered in the House of Representatives. The big question remains, will they approve it? And what will this mean for you and your family in the near future? Before diving into the details of this potential payment, let's discuss why it's even under consideration. We all know that inflation has hit Social Security and disability benefit recipients particularly hard. While cost of living adjustments have provided some relief, they simply haven't kept pace with the true rise in everyday expenses. Currently, the average Social Security recipient receives about $1,800 per month, or roughly $2,160 per year. For many seniors and disabled Americans, this is often their primary or sole source of income. Now consider how dramatically costs have increased over the past few years. Grocery prices have surged by nearly 25% in many categories. Utility bills are increasing in double digits. Healthcare expenses continue their relentless upward climb. Many of you have shared your personal struggles in the comments of previous videos, stories of choosing between essential medication and food, or skipping meals just to make it through to the next benefit payment. These are heart-wrenching and unfair choices that no one should have to make, especially after years of hard work and contribution to the system. So what exactly is this $7,000 payment proposal? Essentially, it's being structured as a one-time economic impact payment, specifically targeted at Social Security and SSDI beneficiaries. The amount represents roughly 4 months of additional benefits for the average recipient, and proponents argue this would provide meaningful relief during this period of economic uncertainty. The proposal includes several key components you should be aware of. First, the payment would be delivered as a direct deposit to the same account where you currently receive your monthly benefits. That means no complicated application process or long waiting periods. If you're already in the system, you automatically qualify. Second, the payment would be tax-free, so you'd receive the full $7,000 without needing to set aside any portion for taxes in the following year. Third, unlike some previous stimulus measures, this proposal is specifically targeted at Social Security and SSDI recipients, rather than being based on income thresholds that might inadvertently exclude those who need the help most. An important question many have raised is whether this payment would affect your eligibility for other benefit programs like SNAP, Medicaid, or housing assistance. Rest assured, the proposal includes provisions to ensure that this one-time payment would not count as income when determining eligibility for these other essential support programs. Now let's talk about where this proposal stands in the legislative process. The bill has already passed committee review, an important first step that indicates the initial framework has been carefully drafted and approved by a select group of representatives focusing on Social Security matters. The next crucial stage is a vote in the full House of Representatives, and this is where your awareness and your voice become exceptionally important. If the House approves the measure, it will then move to the Senate for further consideration. If passed there, it will ultimately be sent to the President's desk for final approval. You might be wondering, what are the chances this measure will actually pass? Political analysts remain divided. On one hand, measures that support Social Security recipients often receive bipartisan backing, as both parties recognize the importance of caring for seniors and disabled Americans. On the other hand, concerns about government spending and the national debt have caused some legislators to hesitate when it comes to approving additional direct payments. The timing is particularly crucial. With the midterm elections fast approaching, representatives are highly attentive to issues affecting large segments of their constituencies, and with over 65 million Americans receiving Social Security benefits, this issue commands significant attention. Who would qualify for this potential $7,000 direct deposit? The proposal is designed to include all current Social Security, retirement benefit recipients who were receiving payments as of the first quarter of this year, SSDI beneficiaries currently receiving monthly payments, supplemental security income, SSI, recipients, both elderly and disabled, Railroad Retirement Board beneficiaries, veterans who receive VA disability or pension, benefits under a related provision of the proposal. A common question, what about those who just started, receiving benefits in recent months? According to the current language of the proposal, there would be a prorated amount available for new beneficiaries who began receiving payments after January of this year. Another frequent query concerns survivors. Would surviving spouses, children, and dependent parents receiving Social Security survivor benefits also qualify? Yes, they would be eligible for this one-time payment as well. Beyond providing relief for individuals, economists have analyzed the broader economic impact of this potential $7,000 payment, with approximately 70 million Americans potentially receiving this deposit. The measure represents an injection of nearly $490 billion into the economy. Unlike some stimulus measures that encourage savings or debt reduction, studies show Social Security recipients typically spend these relief payments quickly on essentials, ensuring the money flows directly back into local economies, supporting businesses and jobs. Some financial experts even argue this payment could help moderate inflation by targeting relief to those most affected by rising costs, without broadly increasing the money supply in a way that might worsen inflation. Still, concerns remain about the impact on the national debt. The proposal includes provisions for funding this one-time payment through adjustments to certain corporate tax provisions. Yet debates about fiscal responsibility and long-term economic stability continue to be central to this discussion. So what actions can you take right now? First, stay informed by subscribing to this channel and enabling notifications so you don't miss any updates. Second, if you feel strongly about this proposal, consider contacting your representative. You can find their info on house.gov by entering your zip code. A phone call, email, or letter explaining how this payment could help you may influence their vote. Third, ensure your direct deposit information is up to date with the Social Security Administration. This will help avoid any delays if the payment is approved. You can update this through your My Social Security account online or by contacting the SSA directly. Now let's answer some common concerns. Is this just another rumor? No, this is a legitimate proposal introduced in Congress. While it hasn't passed yet, it's important to distinguish between proposed legislation and false claims about already approved payments. Would this affect the long-term stability of Social Security? No. The payment would be funded separately and would not impact the Social Security Trust Fund or future benefit calculations. When might you receive it if approved? Based on past stimulus timelines, payments would likely begin within 2 to 3 weeks of final approval, with most people receiving it within 1 to 2 months. Do you need to apply? No. If you already receive Social Security or SSDI benefits via direct deposit, this payment would be processed automatically. Could the payment be garnished for back taxes or other debts? No. Current language includes protections against garnishment for most types of debt, similar to previous stimulus measures. While this $7,000 payment would offer immediate relief, it's also part of a bigger picture. Many advocates believe this is just one piece of a broader push for Social Security reform. Without legislative change, the Social Security Trust Fund could face shortfalls in the coming decades. Proposals include raising the payroll tax cap, adjusting benefit formulas, and strengthening the system long-term. Some see this payment as an opportunity to highlight the need to expand, not cut, Social Security, to protect and uplift millions who rely on it. Others see it as a temporary stopgap that doesn't address deeper structural challenges. Regardless of where you stand, one thing is clear: staying informed and engaged is absolutely essential. The decisions being made today affect current and future generations of beneficiaries. If you found this information helpful, please like this video and share it with anyone you know who receives Social Security or SSDI benefits, so they can also be aware of this potential payment and what actions to take. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update on this developing situation. I'm committed to bringing you the most accurate, timely information about your benefits and financial security. And I read every comment, so let me know below. How would a $7,000 payment impact your life? And do you believe the House will approve this measure? Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video with more updates on this important development. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and stay tuned as we explore every angle of this critical proposal, while also looking at additional strategies to help secure a stable financial future for all benefit recipients.